right now, in the middle of a literal 100-degree Manhattan heat wave, the NYPD has been stripped of their cell phones.
Completely stripped.
Like, the United States Army is actually patrolling 33rd Street, and 1,000 A-list celebrities are currently eating thick-cut onion rings inside a heavily fortified, windowless basketball arena.
It is absolute madness.
Babes, welcome back. We love you, we see you. And babes, today's the day. Our queen Taylor Swift is getting married.
You already know what that sound means.
I have the bottle right here.
Pop it. We are popping the champagne.
Oh,
we have
fun.
French 75s on mic right now because, honestly, if there was ever a reason to drink before noon on a Friday, it is today.
Cheers, babes.
Cheers.
To Taylor, to love, to this absolute fairy tale coming to life right in front of our eyes. And, just to the utter chaos of this Friday, I am literally vibrating. I have not slept at all. I have not blinked.
I can tell.
I am just staring at my phone, waiting for a grainy, blurry photo of a white dress to hit my timeline.
Which you definitely will not get, by the way, because her security is operating like a logistical airlock right now.
I know, but I can hope.
But cheers to the global economy completely tanking today. Like, workplace productivity is at absolute zero. I guarantee you, nobody is sending emails right now.
Literally zero.
Nobody is updating spreadsheets. Every single person on the planet is just refreshing their feeds, trying to see if anyone, leaked a picture of the floral arrangements at Madison Square Garden.
I had to cancel all my morning patients. I simply couldn't do it. My hands were shaking too much. I mean, I cannot hold a drill when I'm this emotionally invested in pop culture history.
Which brings me to a very serious realization I had this morning. I was getting ready, staring at my reflection, and I just realized, babes, we need to find billionaires.
We really, really do. I was looking at myself in the mirror, holding my little dental mirror, and I just thought, why? Why am I doing this?
Right.
Why am I staring at molars when I could be planning an arena wedding?
Exactly. I mean, working for another 40 years simply cannot be the plan. We are literally dentists. We work at different clinics. We scare down people's throats all day, dealing with cavities and complaining about flossing.
Ugh, the flossing speeches.
Right. And somehow, we are still sitting here waiting for our rich era to begin. Like, where is my private jet? Where is my massive arena wedding?
I know, I'm manifesting it with every fiber of my being, but honestly, I'm at a crossroads because I am manifesting a partner with true emotional intelligence.
Okay, here we go.
No, seriously, someone who understands the absolute depths of my soul. Someone who anticipates my needs, someone who texts back in 5 minutes, someone who looks at me the way Travis looks at Taylor. Like someone who just gets it,
Okay, sure. Emotional intelligence is a lovely concept, but I just want the yacht.
You cannot just want the yacht. You need love, you need romance, you need the poetry of a shared soul.
Let me challenge you on this, babes. Because you are living in a romantic comedy fantasy, and I am living in the real world.
I am a romantic.
Let me paint a picture for you. If a billionaire partner loads the dishwasher without being asked, completely perfectly,
Okay.
puts the bowls in the exact right spot, runs it on the correct cycle, but has absolutely zero emotional intelligence. Like they just stare at you blankly when you cry about a movie.
Right.
Is that a deal breaker?
Oh my God. That's actually so hard. Wait, they load the dishwasher perfectly without me ever having to nag.
Completely without being asked. But they cannot comfort you when you spiral. They offer zero emotional validation. They just point at the clean dishes.
Honestly, I might take the dishwasher. Wait, no, I need the romance. I am a romantic. I need them to write a song about me, or at least write a really good, highly curated Instagram caption for my birthday.
I am telling you right now, I am looking for money and basic domestic competence.
You are terrible.
If you can fix the Wi-Fi without throwing a tantrum, and you can fund my extravagant lifestyle, I will handle my own emotions. I have a licensed therapist for that.
Oh my gosh.
I don't need my partner to be my therapist. I need my partner to finance my peace.
You are so cold. And this is exactly why we are celebrating Taylor today, because she somehow got the billionaire who also has the emotional intelligence to travel across the entire world just to watch her perform.
It's true.
It's the ultimate impossible dream, which naturally makes me think about our own dream weddings, because looking at what she is pulling off, it sets the bar so phenomenally high.
It really does. It forces you to reevaluate everything. So let's lay it out right now, just the three of us. Dream wedding vibes.
Ooh, I am so ready for this.
You go first, because I know you have had a secret Pinterest board for this since you were 12 years old.
Oh, absolutely. And it is meticulously categorized by color palette. Okay, venue and location. Lake Como, Italy.
Very chic.
A historic stone villa right on the water, very intimate, maybe 50 people maximum. The entire property is covered in trailing wisteria, fairy lights, and candles.
Sounds expensive.
It is. The music has to be a live string quartet playing cinematic pop covers as guests arrive. And for the reception, I want a really incredible 10-piece live band that plays classic soul and Motown.
Okay, I see the vision.
The food is a massive family-style Italian feast. Truffle pasta, fresh burrata, local wine, and a ridiculously tall vintage-style Lambeth cake with the intricate piping.
Very aesthetic, very curated, very you.
Thank you. And my first dance song, oh, I'm already tearing up just visualizing this, Lover by Taylor Swift, obviously, but the acoustic string version.
Of course.
And yes, I am absolutely writing my own vows. I want everyone sobbing. I want mascara running down faces. If people aren't crying into their napkins, what is even the point of gathering them all together?
See, this is where we fundamentally differ as human beings.
Why? Why?
Writing your own vows is a trap. It is a public performance trap.
No, it's not. It's beautiful.
You are standing up there holding a crumpled piece of paper, essentially doing an emotional stand-up routine, trying to prove to your aunts and uncles how much you love this person. It's way too much pressure.
It's authentic.
Just give me the traditional vows. Do you take this person? I do. Boom. Done. Legally binding. Let's go to the open bar.
You have a heart of actual stone. What is your dream wedding then, oh practical one? Please enlighten us.
Location. The Amalfi Coast, but not on land. On a massive multi-deck private yacht.
Oh, a yacht. Because of course.
The venue is the ocean, babes. No uninvited guests can swim up. You are trapped with me on the water.
That sounds like a hostage situation.
It's exclusive. Music, an absolutely unhinged DJ who only plays 2000s club bangers, early 2010s pop, and maybe some aggressive rap.
On a yacht in Italy?
Yes. Food. An endless, constantly restocked seafood tower, and a late-night taco truck that somehow gets airlifted by helicopter onto the deck at 1 a.m.
A helicopter taco truck.
Money is no object here. First dance. I'm skipping it entirely.
You were skipping the first dance at your own wedding.
Skipping it. Straight from dinner to the shots. It's incredibly awkward to sway back and forth in a circle for 3.5 minutes while people just stare at you.
That is so sad.
It's efficient. But my one completely unnecessary luxury, an ice sculpture carved perfectly to look like a Greek god that continuously dispenses ice-cold espresso martinis directly from its fingertips.
Okay, wait, I actually love that. That is genius.
Right.
My completely unnecessary splurge would be paying to fly out all my guests first class and having personalized, monogrammed, embroidered silk pajamas waiting on everyone's beds when they check into their rooms.
That is incredibly chic. But you know what isn't chic? The absolute sweltering reality of New York City right now. Because, babes, Taylor is not in a villa in Lake Como. She is not on a breezy yacht in the Amalfi Coast. She is in the concrete jungle of Midtown Manhattan.
It is pure madness. It is a literal 100-degree heat wave in the city right now. The humidity is choking.
It's disgusting out there.
Mayor Zohran Mamdani literally gave a press conference this morning telling everyone to stay inside, stay cool, and hydrate. And then he specifically dropped the hint. He looked right at the camera and said, and if you happen to be getting married at Madison Square Garden today, you will be staying inside and you will be staying cool.
He basically confirmed the biggest pop culture secret of the decade on live television. The mayor of New York.
I know.
The atmosphere outside that arena must feel apocalyptic right now.
Yeah.
You have fans swarming every single metal barricade. The heat is literally bouncing off the asphalt in waves.
It sounds so intense.
You've got military personnel standing shoulder to shoulder with the NYPD, and then you just have these lines of blacked-out SUVs inching their way through Midtown traffic, trying to get into the loading docks.
If you were in Manhattan right now, where would you be staking out? I want to know where you would physically plant yourself.
Nowhere near outside, I'll tell you that.
Because I think I would be right outside the loading docks of MSG, just holding a melting iced coffee, pretending to be a lost tourist, desperately waiting to see a single sparkle of a dress through a tinted window.
See, I value my core body temperature way too much. I'd be in the blasting air conditioning at a sports bar across the street on 8th Avenue.
Typical.
Armed with a telephoto lens, drinking a cold Aperol spritz, letting the chaos unfold from a safe, comfortable distance. But the speculation online is completely out of control. The internet is treating this event like the Super Bowl, the Oscars, and a British royal wedding combined.
It is a royal wedding. This is our American royalty. Who do you think is actually inside that building right now? What do you think the dress looks like?
I mean, I'm betting we get massive surprise performers. You do not book a 22,000-seat arena just to plug an iPhone into some stadium speakers.
Yeah.
We are talking major culturally defining musical moments.
Oh, absolutely.
But looking at the scale of this brings up a huge debate. Massive weddings versus intimate gatherings. Taylor went huge, 1,000 people. Are massive weddings actually fun, or are they just a highly produced logistical stress fest?
See, I always thought I wanted an intimate wedding. 50 people, close friends, immediate family. But seeing her do this, having literally everyone you've ever met in a giant roaring room, it's kind of iconic.
It's a statement.
The energy must be electric. But at the same time, I feel like it would be paralyzingly stressful. You can't even say hi to everyone.
It is absolutely a highly produced stress fest, but here's the key difference. If you have her budget, you are not stressed. You just point your finger at things and they magically happen.
That's true. You don't even see the problem.
You don't worry about the seating chart. You hire a team of 20 people to worry about the seating chart. Open bar priorities, though.
Right.
Crucial for a crowd of 1,000 people. You need like 50 bartenders working simultaneously just so there's in a line.
Can you imagine the bar tab?
Astronomical. And for a crowd that big, you can't just have a DJ. You need a massive live band and a DJ to keep that much energy alive in a cavernous space.
Do you think wedding traditions are overrated at that scale? Like the bouquet toss, the cutting of the cake, the garter?
The garter toss is a crime against humanity and should be aggressively banned by federal law.
It is so cringe.
There is nothing more uncomfortable than watching a groom crawl under a dress while someone's grandfather watches. But honestly, I love the tradition of the spectacle. I love the sheer, unapologetic grandeur of it. And nobody, and I mean nobody, does spectacle quite like Taylor.
Exactly. Bates, congratulations to Taylor. We hope today is everything she's ever dreamed of. Now let's keep spiraling because this is the happiest celebrity news we've had in a long time.
We need to break this down piece by piece because the sheer scale of this ultimate MSG wedding is fundamentally breaking my analytical brain.
It's so much to process.
I have been scrolling since 3 a.m. and I need to process this with you.
Okay, let's start with the venue fake out because for the longest time, literally everyone online, every forum, every gossip account thought they were getting married at her 11,000 square foot ocean house mansion in Rhode Island.
Right, which made total sense.
It made so much sense. It's her classic 4th of July spot. It's right on the water. It's got that coastal grandmother, sweeping, romantic, old money vibe. I was picturing her walking barefoot on the grass, the ocean breeze blowing her hair, this gorgeous seaside sunset.
And then they completely bailed. And if you think about it logistically, they had to.
Why?
Word got out. The airspace over that Rhode Island house was probably already getting swarmed by paparazzi drones. Plus, securing an outdoor perimeter on a coastline. Almost impossible.
Oh, because of the water.
Exactly. You have boats, you have helicopters, you have people with long lenses hiding in the dunes. So they looked at that security nightmare and said, nope, cancel the beach. We are booking a 22,000 capacity concrete arena. Madison Square Garden.
Home of the Knicks.
The most famous arena in the world.
It is so wild to me. It's an arena. It lacks that natural romantic ambiance. It smells like stale beer and hot dogs on a normal day.
Usually.
But they are clearly transforming it. And you know what? I got so emotional thinking about the grand scale of it. Choosing MSG, it's like she's inviting the entire city of New York to witness her love. She's tying her fairy tale to the very heartbeat of Manhattan.
Okay, you're romanticizing it, which is very on brand for you. But from a purely logistical standpoint, it is a genius security move.
Yes, sir.
It is completely unhinged to get married at MSG, but think about it as a structural asset. It's a total fortress. It's like putting a terrarium inside a bank vault. There are 0 windows.
Right.
No paparazzi helicopters can shoot through the roof. It has massive, highly secure underground parking, so these black SUVs can drive straight off the street, down into the bowels of the arena, and the guests can step right into private, secure elevators.
Oh, wow. So nobody sees anything.
Nobody is getting a grainy shot of a guest walking through a hedge.
Yeah.
You completely control the environment, the lighting, the temperature, and the exits.
It's true. It's the ultimate impenetrable bubble. But the timeline of this wedding is grueling. Let's break this down because it is a marathon.
It really is.
July 2nd was the rehearsal dinner. They held it at the Infosys Theater, which is actually inside the MSG complex. About 100 people. Very intimate, very chic. Then today, July 3rd, is the main event. Doors open at 3:30 p.m. Concourse cocktails up on the 6th floor started at 4:00 p.m. The actual nuptials are scheduled for 5:40 p.m. right on the arena floor.
Okay.
And the reception is supposed to rage until 2:00 a.m., though I'm seeing rumblings online that it's contracted to go until 4:00 a.m.
Let me stop you right there and ask you a very serious question. Could you physically survive a wedding reception that goes until 4:00 a.m.?
I mean,
Because as a working professional, if I am not in bed, washed and moisturized by 11:30 p.m., my entire next week is completely ruined. My circadian rhythm simply cannot handle a 4 a.m. finish line.
I would absolutely rally for Taylor Swift. I would drink 5 consecutive espresso martinis, I would put on comfortable shoes, and I would be on that dance floor at 3, 4, 5 a.m. screaming the lyrics to Love Story until my vocal cords gave out.
You say that now.
But yes, I would need 3 full business days in a dark room to recover.
I would be actively looking for a quiet, unlocked luxury suite in the upper bowl of the arena to take a nap in, or just curl up under a catered tablecloth.
You would.
But let's talk about the transformation. How do you make a sweaty sports arena look like a billion-dollar wedding?
The decor.
This is where my mind is blown, because we are talking about an unprecedented level of production.
It's unbelievable.
They hired this massive production company, Conduit NYC, which literally builds blockbuster movie sets and high-end television commercial stages.
They aren't just bringing in some nice floral centerpieces and draping some chiffon. They are building a literal, physical, giant castle inside the garden. An actual castle.
A literal castle.
I am swooning. It is the original Love Story music video fairytale aesthetic coming to life right in front of us, but supersized. She is finally getting her Romeo, and they literally built the balcony for her to stand on.
People were taking photos outside MSG all week of these massive industrial deliveries. Wooden crates labeled garden party. Giant white sweeping staircases being loaded onto forklifts and driven into the loading bays.
Oh my gosh.
Endless spools of red drapes. Thousands upon thousands of yellow flowers. And the carpet drama. We have to talk about the carpet drama.
Oh, the purple carpet.
They rolled out this massive purple carpet on the entrance steps, and then apparently someone high up absolutely hated it. And within an hour, workers were frantically out there ripping it back up.
The vision must be executed flawlessly. If the purple clashes with the yellow flowers, it has to go. You don't compromise on your wedding day when you have that budget. And we heard everyone talking about how they brought in extra industrial AC units.
Yeah, to fight the heat.
Can you imagine how much power they are pulling from the city grid right now?
Extra AC units to combat the New York heat wave, to keep the flowers from wilting, and to keep 1,000 people comfortable. Plus, they brought in ice cream trucks. Plural.
I love that.
They drove actual ice cream trucks onto the concourse. They are literally treating this arena like a small, self-sustaining village.
It is a village. Which naturally brings us to the guest list. Because who survives the bubble? 1,000 people were invited. That is the population of a small town.
Well, I was watching an old clip of Taylor on a British talk show a while ago, and she was talking about hosting parties. She literally said she didn't want to stress about putting people on the bubble.
Right.
You know, that awful, agonizing feeling when you have to decide if your second cousin or that friend from college you haven't spoken to in 3 years makes the cut. So she just didn't cut them. She invited everyone.
Everyone, over 1,000 people. Let's talk about the in-crowd, because the fashion we are hearing about is staggering. Selena Gomez is a bridesmaid. Yeah. I am screaming. She was seen arriving for the rehearsal in the stunning, gothic, romantic, black lace dress, and apparently she was wearing $40,000 in diamonds. $40,000.
Casual Thursday night rehearsal dinner attire. Just throwing on a luxury sedan's worth of jewels to eat some pre-wedding appetizers. The insurance policy on that room alone must be in the tens of millions.
And Gigi Hadid and Bradley Cooper were spotted pulling up in a gray SUV looking so effortlessly chic. And Abigail Anderson, her absolute day one bestie, the girl from the 15 lyrics.
What was she wearing?
Abigail was wearing a butter yellow Reformation slip dress. I looked it up immediately because I'm obsessed. It's the Lilibeth silk dress, retailing for exactly $328.
That's actually affordable.
It is so classic, early days, tailor-coded. She loves Reformation. And there's something so beautiful about her oldest friend wearing a $300 dress to a billion-dollar wedding. It's grounding.
It is grounding, and it's also the greatest organic PR moment for Reformation in the history of the brand. That dress is going to sell out globally in 3 minutes. But the sheer breadth of the guest list is just staggering.
Yeah.
You have Jack Antonoff and his sister Rachel. You have Cara Delevingne, Mariska Hargitay, the literal namesake for her cat.
Yes.
Andy Reid, the head coach of the Kansas City Chiefs, is in the building. Patrick and Brittany Mahomes. George Kittle, the 49ers tight end, was seen hauling a blue suit bag through the Nashville airport on his way up there.
And the starting five of the New York Knicks are invited. Because it's their house. She literally invited the Knicks to her wedding because she's using their locker rooms.
Yeah.
It's such a flex.
I need to dissect the actual physical logistics of this. How do you even say hi to the bride when there are 1,000 people in the room?
You don't.
Let's do the math. If you give every single guest exactly 1 minute of your time, just 60 seconds to hug, say thank you, and move on, that is over 16 hours of just saying hello. The math fundamentally does not work. You cannot greet your own guests.
You don't greet them individually. You wave from the balcony of your indoor castle. You do a sweeping, majestic wave to the peasants below. You raise a glass of champagne, and that counts as the greeting.
Okay, but this is the juiciest part. This is what everyone's really whispering about. We have to talk about the outcasts and the drama, because the absentee list is giving us so much to analyze.
I know exactly who you're going to mention.
Let's start with the biggest shocker. Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds.
Oh, babes. This hurts my heart. I was so sad when I saw this online.
It doesn't hurt mine at all. I am absolutely living for the shade. They fled to upstate New York. They are in Lake Placid right now for their daughter Betty's horse show.
Oh, horse show.
They were literally photographed in casual clothes, cheering at a local equestrian farm, while the wedding of the century is happening 4 hours south of them.
They weren't invited. It's so crazy to me. They were the ultimate inner circle squad members. Blake directed a music video for her. Taylor named characters in her songs after their children. Ryan wore the actual Deadpool costume for her. And now, complete radio silence. Nothing.
Let's analyze the fallout here, because you have to look at the timeline. It all goes back to that messy Justin Baldoni lawsuit drama surrounding Blake's recent movie.
Oh, that was so messy.
Taylor got dragged into it, she was subpoenaed, the whole press tour became a massive PR disaster, and clearly, behind the scenes, strict boundaries were drawn. I mean, think about the optics. Blake chose a horse show, where her kid got second place, by the way, over this wedding.
That is brutal.
You do not just happen to accidentally schedule a horse show in the exact same weekend. Your former best friend is marrying a Super Bowl champion at Madison Square Garden. That is a deliberate, highly calculated scheduling conflict.
It's the heartbreaking death of an era, but then just as one era dies, we get the rebirth of the squad. Because I've seen everyone talking about how Karlie Kloss is supposedly on the list. Karlie! The truthers are absolutely losing their minds right now. After the whole Scooter Braun betrayal, the years of silence nature is finally healing.
It really is a revolving door of A-listers. The politics of this guest list are more complex than the United Nations.
Oh, and here's another fascinating dynamic. Harry Styles couldn't make it because of his massive tour commitments, but his fiancée, Zoe Kravitz, is there.
Which is such an incredible flex.
Inviting your very famous ex-boyfriend, he can't come, but his new partner attends alone anyway. That is an elite power move.
It's also fascinating, the interconnected webs of these relationships. And they are managing this entire social ecosystem under a security level that literally rivals the Pentagon.
Not literally rivals, it is military grade. The National Guard and the U.S. Army are actively patrolling the perimeter of Madison Square Garden, the United States Army.
That's terrifying.
And the NYPD officers who were hired for private security inside the venue, they were strictly forbidden from bringing their personal cell phones onto the premises. They had to surrender them at the door.
No way.
The command from her security team was basically, don't like it, don't work the event, we will find someone else. I can't even imagine an NYPD officer having their phone confiscated. That is so intense. But they had to prevent leaks. I saw online they sent out these uniquely watermarked physical invitations that had massive NDAs attached to them.
Smart.
If a photo leaked, they would trace the watermark back to the exact guest. And they built massive opaque tents on the sidewalks just to block the street views so no one could even see a silhouette of who was walking from the car to the door.
I respect the sheer, unadulterated ruthlessness of it. Stripping New York cops of their phones and forcing A-listers to sign NDAs is a level of billionaire boss energy I deeply aspire to have.
Okay, let's pivot slightly to the aesthetics because I am dying, physically dying, to know what she's wearing. Will it be Mons? Laura Kim and Fernando Garcia, who are Oscar de la Renta alumni, have been heavily floated on the blogs as the designers. Or will it be Dior by Jonathan Anderson?
She loves a dramatic Oscar de la Renta moment. We've seen that on the red carpet for years.
Yeah.
But she's also been seen carrying Dior bags religiously all spring. It's obviously going to be something completely custom, heavily embroidered, and she will probably have 3 or 4 massive outfit changes throughout the night.
I am praying for a Vivienne Westwood corset moment. You know, she loves a structured corset. She loves a sweeping princess-style dress. A Vivienne Westwood bridal gown would be so edgy, a little punk, but still incredibly romantic, draped, and ethereal.
Whatever it is, I just hope she doesn't spill ketchup on it, because we have to talk about the menu.
Oh, the menu.
This billionaire couple renting out Madison Square Garden, bringing in Hollywood movie set builders, pulling military security. And what are they feeding 1,000 of the most famous people on Earth?
I love this part so much. Lobster, blackened chicken, thick-cut onion rings, French fries, and crispy creme donuts. And multiple delivery trucks were spotted pulling in from Sarchiano's Italian restaurant in the city.
I have to laugh. It is gloriously, unapologetically normal. It is the most picky eater menu for a billionaire's wedding I have ever heard of in my life.
It really is.
You have people dripping in $40,000 diamonds, wearing custom couture, and they are passing around paper boats of thick-cut onion rings and glazed crispy creme donuts. I love it so much. It's a total rejection of stiff, old money aesthetics. It's so Travis.
It is. It's elevated comfort food. It's what you actually genuinely want to eat at midnight when you've been dancing for 6 hours and you're sweaty in a gown. And speaking of dancing the performers,
Right.
we've seen online that Stevie Nicks and Tim McGraw are officially scheduled to perform, and there are heavy rumors about Paul McCartney.
A Beatles legend, a Fleetwood Mac icon, and a country music god. Not a bad little wedding band to have in the corner.
I am literally tearing up just visualizing the poetry of this moment. Imagine Taylor standing on the floor of Madison Square Garden in her white dress, dancing in Travis's arms, while Tim McGraw is up there singing the song Tim McGraw.
Okay, that is pretty good.
The literal song that started her entire career when she was a 16-year-old girl sitting on a bedroom floor manifesting this exact epic romance.
Yeah.
The full circle poetry of that is devastatingly beautiful.
It's a full circle PR masterclass, is what it is. It's brilliant narrative closure.
Yeah.
But the fans are taking that poetry and turning it into unhinged conspiracy theories. Let's dig into the speculation station and the wild numerology happening online right now. Because Swifties are operating like intelligence agencies.
Oh my gosh. The 06/06/2026 theory. Swifties are the actual FBI. So the reigning theory I've seen everyone talking about right now is that they actually got legally married weeks ago in secret on June 6th, right before the Toy Story 5 premiere. And this MSG event is just the party.
Let me break down the math for everyone listening because it is serial killer bulletin board red string levels of crazy.
It's just math.
June 6, 2026. 6 plus 6 plus 2026 equals 2038. Stay with me here. 2 plus 0 plus 3 plus 8 equals 13. Her lucky number. The math checks out.
Yes. And it goes deeper. At that premiere, she wore this gorgeous, structured white Erdem dress, and it had these prominent tied knots on the shoulders. Like she literally tied the knot. It was an Easter egg. It makes perfect sense. MSG is just the massive reception party to celebrate the legal union that already happened.
I mean, I love the delusion. I really, truly do. It keeps the internet fun. And while the internet is doing advanced calculus to figure out their anniversary date, Travis is just chilling. Did you see his reaction to the fake AI photo yesterday?
It was so funny. Comedian Bert Kreischer posted this totally fake, clearly AI-generated photo of himself standing between Taylor and Travis, all of them in wedding gear, looking absolutely ridiculous.
And while the world is burning down, while people are trying to peek through tents at MSG while the National Guard is mobilizing, Travis just casually hops into the Instagram comments and leaves 4 crying laughing emojis.
He is so unbothered.
I love how deeply chill he is. He just had the most epic, chaotic bachelor party in San Diego with his brother Jason. They went to a Chris Lake concert at Barney's Beanery, and then they went to a NASCAR race and a Dave Chappelle show. Just massive dudes doing bro things, drinking beers, while his fiancée constructs a literal medieval castle inside a basketball arena.
It's all about balance, babes. The feminine urge to construct a billion-dollar fairy tale and the masculine urge to just drink a beer at a NASCAR race.
It really is the perfect synergy. Okay, I want to play a game. If we were given the keys to MSG right now and handed Taylor's endless, bottomless budget, what would we do? Let's get into if we were the wedding planners.
Yes. The premise is simple. Pitch one completely over-the-top, unhinged celebrity wedding moment you would orchestrate with absolutely unlimited funds.
I'll let you start. What is your cinematic, romantic vision for this arena?
Okay, picture this. I want something aggressively romantic and unforgettable that will be talked about for decades. At the absolute peak of the reception, the roof of Madison Square Garden opens up. I don't even know if it structurally can do that, but with $1 billion, we will pay an engineering firm to make it happen. And we release a synchronized drone light show right over the skies of Manhattan. But not just pretty geometric shapes. The drones spell out the handwritten lyrics to her most romantic songs in the night sky.
That's a lot.
And then thousands of biodegradable, softly glowing lanterns are released into the air, floating over the entire city skyline, while a full 100-piece symphony orchestra plays Enchanted live on the arena floor.
Okay, wait. Let's bring a little reality into this fantasy. A roof opening in Midtown Manhattan. Do you know the severe airspace restrictions over New York City? The FAA would have an absolute meltdown. You're going to shut down LaGuardia Airport for a drone show.
They can route around it.
And glowing lanterns floating over skyscrapers. That is a massive fire hazard waiting to happen.
Yeah.
You're going to accidentally set the Empire State Building on fire for an aesthetic moment.
You have zero vision. It's biodegradable. And we have a billionaire budget. We will just buy the airspace for 20 minutes. We will pay the fines. It would be magical. Everyone in New York City would look up, stop what they're doing, and feel the love.
Everyone in New York City would look up and think it's an alien invasion or a military drill.
Fine. What is your brilliant pitch then, if you're so practical?
My pitch isn't practical. My pitch is pure entertainment and absolute chaos. Because if you have 1,000 people trapped in an arena, you need a spectacle to keep their attention. I am pitching a surprise halftime show.
Halftime show.
Right after the blackened chicken and onion rings are served, the house lights go pitch black, sirens go off, spotlights aggressively hit the center of the arena floor, and the entire offensive line of the Kansas City Chiefs, dressed in custom-tailored tuxedos, performs a fully choreographed 10-minute hip-hop dance routine to a medley of Taylor's biggest pop hits.
Oh my gosh.
Pyrotechnics are shooting off the stage. Confetti cannons are blasting. And instead of a traditional boring wedding cake, a 10-foot-tall donut tower that continuously dispenses hot fudge from the top like a cascading chocolate fountain.
A halftime show at a wedding. That is so incredibly tacky. It's a wedding, not the Super Bowl. You are ruining the romance.
It's an arena. You have to play to the space. You can't just have people politely clapping to a string quartet in MSG. It's too big. You need pyrotechnics. You need massive entertainment value.
But sweaty, giant football players doing hip-hop choreography in tuxedos while people are trying to eat their lobster. And a 10-foot donut tower, that is an architectural and structural nightmare. The structural integrity of a donut tower that high is zero. It's going to collapse and cover Selena Gomez and her $40,000 diamonds in scalding hot fudge.
That's the risk you take for greatness, babes. Sometimes art is dangerous.
Oh my God, you are an absolute menace to event planning. Okay. Let's move on to our next segment, pop culture dream guest list. If you were building your ultimate celebrity wedding guest list, who are the 3 or 4 random celebrities you would demand at your wedding and why?
This is my favorite hypothetical game. First draft pick, immediately, no hesitation. Pedro Pascal.
Oh, incredibly good choice.
I need him there because he brings incredible peak internet boyfriend energy.
Yeah.
He seems like he would enthusiastically dance with their grandmother. He would compliment everyone's outfits, and he looks absolutely amazing in a tailored suit. Second pick, Jennifer Coolidge.
She would be the undisputed life of the reception.
Exactly. I need Jennifer Coolidge walking around aimlessly with an oversized martini, giving bizarre, unprompted life advice to my cousins, and just generally being iconic in the background of all my photos. My third pick is Snoop Dogg.
Snoop Dogg.
Yes. Think about it. Snoop has the best, most calming vibes on planet Earth. He will take over the O-chord when the DJ gets boring. He will keep everyone relaxed. And he will somehow end up doing hilarious whisper-style commentary on the garter toss.
That would be amazing.
And my fourth is Rihanna. Because if Rihanna attends your wedding is officially validated as the cultural event of the decade. She will probably show up 3 hours late. She will look flawless. She will judge the decor. And she will leave early. But the paparazzi photos of her arriving will be legendary.
Okay, that is a chaotic but deeply incredible table. Rihanna and Snoop Dogg sitting next to Jennifer Coolidge and Pedro Pascal. I would pay serious money to see that dinner conversation.
Who is on your heavily curated list?
My list is heavily curated for emotions, warmth, and aesthetic perfection. First pick, Stanley Tucci.
Oh, chic. Very coastal Italian.
Right. He brings effortless intellectual elegance. He would critique the signature cocktails with the bartender. He knows how to socialize with absolutely anyone, and he's just delightful to look at. Second pick, Florence Pugh. Because she is deeply fun, she will definitely bring the party energy, and I want her to review the appetizers on her Instagram stories while making a funny face.
She would absolutely end up taking tequila shots with the bridesmaids in the bathroom.
100%. She is a girl's girl. Third pick, Paul Mescal. I need some brooding, poetic, tortured Irish energy sitting in the corner looking handsome. He might end up crying in the bathroom about the fleeting nature of love, but it will be a beautiful, artistic, cinematic cry. And my final pick is Adele.
Adele would be an absolute blast.
Right. She would cackle loudly during the speeches. She would definitely take the microphone after a few glasses of wine and belt out a ballad. And she feels like the ultimate supportive bestie to have in the bathroom when you need someone to help hold your heavy dress up.
I feel like Paul Mescal is definitely the one crying in the bathroom in this scenario, while Pedro Pascal is leading a massive conga line through the reception hall.
I love our imaginary wedding so much. But let's bring it back to the queen of the hour. It is time for Swiftie Hot Takes.
The premise here, we each share 3 fun, highly opinionated, but totally respectful hot takes about Taylor's career, her iconic eras, or unforgettable moments. And no take goes unchallenged. We are debating everything.
I will start because I have been holding this one in for years. Take number 1. Speak Now is the most romantically superior era, and Enchanted is a fundamentally better wedding song than Lover.
Whoa. That is a massive, highly controversial take. You're throwing Lover under the bus, the title track of her romance era.
I'm not throwing it under the bus. Lover is cozy. It's domestic. It's about leaving Christmas lights up. But Enchanted is pure, overwhelming, cinematic magic. The sweeping purple dress, the fairytale aesthetic, the absolute gut-wrenching desperation of meeting someone and praying they aren't in love with someone else. It captures the initial spark of romance better than any other era in her discography.
I'm going to push back on that heavily. Enchanted is a crush.
Yes.
It's an anxiety-riddled fantasy about a guy you met for exactly 5 minutes at a crowded party. Lover is actual, sustainable, long-term commitment. You cannot base a marriage on the spark of a party introduction. You need the person who leaves the Christmas lights up until January, the person who sits with you in the mundane moments.
But the aesthetic, the purple tulle, the bridge of that song, it's undeniable.
Fine. Here's my first take, rooted in pop culture impact and strategy. The Reputation Stadium Tour snake motif is the greatest PR pivot in modern music history, and no artist will ever execute a comeback that flawlessly again.
I mean, it was iconic. Taking the literal snake emoji that millions of people used to cyberbully her and turning it into a 60-foot animatronic cobra towering over a stadium stage. Genius.
It was an absolute masterclass in owning the narrative. She literally looked at the public and said, "Oh, I'm a snake. Watch me monetize this insult and sell out stadiums worldwide." It was ruthless, it was calculated, and it was brilliant.
I completely agree, but I do think the sheer vulnerability of the folklore era rivaled it in cultural impact. Which brings me to my second take. The cabin in the woods, indie aesthetic of folklore and Evermore is her true stylistic home, and everything else is just her playing pop star dress-up.
Oh, you think she's just a woodland fairy poet at heart?
I really do. When she was in those oversized, chunky cardigans, wandering through the misty trees, writing devastating poetry about fictional characters and historical figures, she looked the most comfortable and authentic she has ever been. No sequins, no intense choreography, just pure, unadulterated storytelling.
I challenge that heavily. Taylor Swift is, at her core, a theater kid and a showgirl. She literally played Madison Square Garden 8 times before this wedding. She loves the sequins, she loves the roaring crowds, she loves the massive spectacle of it all. Folklore was a pandemic necessity because she couldn't tour, but she belongs in a custom rhinestone bodysuit, strutting down a catwalk in front of 80,000 screaming people.
But she writes the best lyrics when she's cozy by a fire.
Cozy doesn't fill a 22,000-seat arena. Okay, my second take. The 10-minute version of All Too Well is a lyrical masterpiece, but a 10-minute song should never be played at a party, a club, or a wedding reception. It completely kills the vibe.
How dare you? It is a communal, cathartic experience. If you get a group of women together and play that song, they will scream every single word in unison. It's spiritual.
Babes, 10 minutes is a quarter of a spin class. It is entirely too long for a social setting, People are holding their drinks, swaying back and forth. They get through the patriarchy keychain part, and then they suddenly realize there are still 6 excruciating minutes left. They start checking their phones. They start looking at their watches. It's a solitary headphone song, not a dance floor song.
I have literally screamed it at a party, and it was the highlight of the night. You just lack emotional stamina.
I lack the desire to be emotionally devastated and exhausted while I'm trying to eat a crab cake appetizer.
Okay, my final take. The vault tracks from 1989 Taylor's version are the absolute best vault tracks of any re-recording, and Is It Over Now is a top 5 pop song in her entire massive discography.
See, I agree that Is It Over Now is an absolute banger. The shade in that song is lethal. The blue dress on a boat line is iconic pop culture referencing. But the best vault tracks belong to Red Taylor's version, Nothing New with Phoebe Bridgers. I bet you think about me. They have so much more narrative depth and country storytelling roots than the synth pop gloss of 1989.
But you can't dance to Nothing New. You just sit there and cry about aging.
Exactly. Sometimes you need to sit and cry.
You literally just said 3 minutes ago that you didn't want to be emotionally devastated at a party.
I contain multitudes.
Okay.
My final hot take. The most underrated era, both aesthetically and musically, is Evermore. It always gets treated like folklore's weird, forgotten little sister, but it actually features the best, most complex songwriting of her entire career.
Oh, I actually completely agree with you on that one. Champagne problems. Tolerate it. Devastating. It hurts to even think about those lyrics.
Exactly. It's darker, it's witchier, it explores grief and complex endings, and it absolutely does not get the respect it deserves in the fandom.
Well, speaking of sweeping emotions and dreaming big, we are moving into our final segment, love manifestations. Because we are ending this conversation on a hopeful, slightly delusional note, we are putting our deepest desires out into the universe, inspired by Taylor getting her literal fairy tale ending today.
I love a little healthy delusion to cap off a Friday.
We each have to share 4 things. A relationship goal we are manifesting, a luxury we want, a life milestone we want to hit in the next 5 years, and one completely delusional dream we absolutely refuse to let go of. You go first.
Okay, relationship goal I'm manifesting. Finding someone who can effortlessly and calmly navigate a major international airport. I want a partner who knows exactly when to leave to the terminal, has TSA pre-check and clear, never checks a bag unless it's absolutely necessary, and knows where the good airline lounges are. If you panic at security, or if you wear a belt that takes 5 minutes to take off, we cannot be together.
That is so incredibly specific and honestly so valid.
Yeah.
Airport compatibility is a very real indicator of how you handle stress together.
It is crucial. It tells you everything about their problem-solving skills.
Yeah.
Okay, one luxury I'm manifesting. Flying first class internationally every single time I travel. I want the lie flat pod. I want the warm mixed nuts served in a ceramic bowl. I want the flight attendant addressing me by my last name and handing me a steaming hot towel before takeoff. I am completely done with Coach.
We are leaving Coach in the past. We are claiming the lie flat pods.
One life milestone in the next 5 years. I want to completely retire from clinical dentistry, sell my practice, and become a highly paid consultant who only works 3 days a week from a sleek laptop in various European cities.
Yes, we are ditching the scrubs. We are entering our digital nomad era.
And my one completely delusional dream I refuse to let go of, I want to casually become best friends with a high-level reality TV star and be invited on their cast trips as the mysterious, wealthy friend who drops one savage, perfectly timed on-camera red and then disappears from the rest of the season.
That is so on brand for you. You would be the absolute breakout star of a Bravo trip. You would ruin someone's life with one sentence.
I would give them nothing but icy stares, incredible outfits, and brutal honesty. Okay, your turn. Manifest your romantic heart out.
My relationship goal I am manifesting. Finding someone who looks at me the exact way Travis looks at Taylor when she's performing. That absolute starry-eyed, I am the luckiest person in the room, pure adoration. I want someone who is my biggest, loudest cheerleader, who isn't intimidated by my success, and who will literally fly across the globe on a private jet just to watch me do my thing.
Even if your thing is just filling a molar cavity on a Tuesday.
Yes, I want them standing in the corner of the dental clinic, weeping with pride at my composite resin technique.
That's beautiful. Bizarre, but beautiful. What's your luxury?
My luxury is a fully staffed, gorgeous stone house in the French countryside. I want to wake up, have a personal chef bring me a perfectly flaky croissant and a cappuccino on a silver tray, and spend my days wandering through my own private, sprawling lavender field in a flowy white linen dress.
The coastal grandmother aesthetic strikes again. You are incredibly consistent.
It is my truth. Life milestone in the next 5 years. I want to write a book. A wildly successful, sweeping historical romance novel that gets picked up for a massive Netflix movie adaptation, allowing me to quit dentistry forever and just write by the ocean.
I would read it, as long as there's a yacht involved somewhere in the plot.
I will write a very luxurious yacht in just for you. And my completely delusional dream I refuse to let go of, I want to marry into a minor, obscure European royal family, not the British ones. There's way too much pressure and tabloid scrutiny. Like a handsome duke from a small, deeply wealthy principality who sweeps me off my feet, gives me a family tiara, and we spend our lives attending glamorous charity galas and rescuing retired racing greyhounds.
Gotchas of a country no one can easily locate on a map. I love it. It's very Princess Diaries.
Right. We have to dream big. And look, if Taylor Swift can turn a gritty basketball arena into a fairy tale castle in the middle of a sweltering New York heatwave, anything is actually possible. We just have to keep that bestie energy high and aggressively support each other's delusions.
Exactly. The universe is listening to us right now. And somewhere in Midtown Manhattan, they're serving fried onion rings to billionaires, which proves that reality is often much stranger and much better than fiction. But before we go, I really want you to think about this. We started by joking about the global economy tanking because everyone is obsessing over this wedding.
Yeah.
But imagine the actual staggering economic footprint of pulling off a 1,000-person, highly classified event in the absolute center of Manhattan. From the NDA-bound private security guards to the local florists sourcing yellow blooms, the hoteliers housing guests, and the set designers building a literal castle. Kayla isn't just a pop star anymore. She is a one-woman economic stimulus package. When she moves, entire local economies shift.
That's incredible.
Does that make this the ultimate romantic fairy tale, or just the most beautifully executed, highly emotional corporate merger in modern history? Something to chew on while you wait for those blurry paparazzi photos.
Oh, that is such a brilliant point. Love as an actual, measurable economic force. Biggs, congratulations to Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce once more. We wish the happy couple a lifetime of happiness, peace, endless love, and perfectly cooked onion rings. May their marriage be as iconic and enduring as her discography.
And to you, our amazing listener, we turn it over to you. Because we need to know exactly where you stand on all of this chaos. We need the numbers, babes. Those Amalfi Coast yachts aren't going to pay for themselves.
Stay enchanted, stay sparkling, and we'll see you on the Snark side.